Instead, dig deep, find purpose, find a meaning to get your ass out of bed every day and fight for your kids, fight for our future, fight for our freedom, fight for your purpose, fight for your family, fight for what's important, fight for hope.
This is about control, everybody knows, everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros, I don't need a plane, I just hit the road, I do what I want, I can't sell my soul, market about to crash, this is what you chose, ruining the country, I've been best to go, you gon' take the mark, I take narrow roads, I'm a man of God, I can never fold.
Cause I gotta have faith.
Oh, you and George Michael.
Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is my co-host, Zach, the hopeful Grady.
Ooh.
Because I know what the word is.
Word of the day.
The word of the day is hope. Anyway, let me finish the intro, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom. This is my host, Zach. Grady, what's up? Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, man.
Hey, what are we drinking today?
Same old. We're still on the American Purpose teat.
But it's so good. I don't want to switch. We're going to run out, and then I'm going to have to definitely,
Go back to the well?
We're going to have to go back to the well. The good news is we've got a pretty good supply of the product. So anyway, actually, we're going to have, we've got some of our other barrels. I've got 40 additional barrels that are touching ground soon. So we're going to have some new samples that we're going to be able to give a try. And that's an 8-year product. And I'm pumped about it. It's going to be delicious. Anyhow.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, welcome to the show, dude. What's crack-a-lackin'?
Not a lot. Ready to rock and roll.
Well, before we get started, my friend Zach here has something to tell everyone.
Yeah, if you enjoy the show, help us grow, share the show,
Don't
spread
you
the
know?
word. Oh, yeah, I should have Cat in the Hat it.
Come on, bro.
It
You were
was right
I thought that's
there.
what you were doing.
It was right there.
I hopped in. What an ass clown I am.
No,
I thought we were on to something.
You did what I should have done.
Well, you can't think of
But
everything.
just share the show. Let people know. If we want to continue to get the word out and grow, more people need to know.
Let's go.
Oh, show.
Let's go. You did it. See, you came around after
got
all.
there.
There you go, buddy. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. You made me laugh. I love starting off the show with a good laugh.
Good belly chuckle.
Yeah, listen, we talked about it before on our last show. The energy is just, dude, when we talk about, it's so much better when we talk about this. For me, I think a few shows ago, I mentioned that, this was hard on me. This has been hard on me. I know it's been hard on you too. My wife too. Like sometimes we leave this studio feeling shitty and dark, and we're generally speaking happy people.
Mm-hmm.
And generally speaking, we don't like to be doom and gloom and shit, but a year and some change ago, we felt the need to use our voice while we still could to try and make a difference and share what our thoughts were, and hopefully, I don't know, get people to understand some of what we consider the truth and help them understand the relation between that and purpose and how we can use purpose and use positivity to change the world for the better. And gosh, sometimes, man, when you got to talk about the shit that's ugly, it sure does get dark. So love it.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's why we felt like we needed to come with the word we came with today.
And the word is, please repeat, sir.
Hope.
Hope. Yeah, man. I love this word.
Yeah. So we can, just hopefully bring some positivity to a negative world.
Dude, it's required.
Yeah.
So the word hope. Well, let me start with you. I'm the host. I do whatever I want. I do what I want.
You do.
What does the word hope mean to you?
Mean to me?
Yeah. Like when I say hope, where does that take your mind? Where does it take you?
I mean, you have to believe in something positive. Like I'm trying to explain this because as we've just said, the world that we live in, they want to strip hope from us.
Yeah.
And these words are all interchangeable. They want to strip faith. They want to strip purpose. They want to strip all these things from us.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But you have to believe, and you have to have hope, and you have to have faith, or there's just no reason to continue trying to move forward or better yourself or improve or all these things if you don't believe in a positive outcome.
Right.
Like if we all thought for sure everything was going to end, then everybody gives up and makes it a hell of a lot easier. But
Right.
if you have hope, you have faith, you have purpose, you're a lot harder to fucking bring down and beat.
Dude. In preparing for the show, when you told me the word, my first thing that my mind went to is that hope is synonymous with purpose.
Yep.
And you went right to it. I'm proud of you for it. I love it. And I couldn't agree more. You have to have hope. And, you know, I talk to people. Another part of the reason why I started a podcast, why I wanted to do it was, number one, I wanted to put out my feelings, my perspective, my opinions, if you want. Again, this is all my opinion. And I wanted to get it all out one time and just say, here you go. It's for the world to see or hear. I don't need to sit there and have individual conversations about the doom and gloom every day of my life, which is what it has become for the people who we call awake. I don't want to do that anymore. Why? Because it's draining. It's exhausting. It's awful to constantly be living in that hamster wheel of hopelessness is what it ends up being.
Right.
So ultimately, I said, well, if I just start a show, I could just say, hey, you can just listen to my show. I put my opinions out there for the world to see. And then when I see you, we can talk about a meaning and message of hope. We can talk about purpose. We can talk about growth, because you know where I stand on what it is. I know where you stand on what it is, on what's going on. And we don't have to spend any more time doing that. Now we can talk about hope. Ultimately, what happens is people find out where I stand on things, or they think they know where I stand on things, or they want to know where I stand on things. They haven't listened to the show and they want to get into that message and that hopelessness of the doom and gloom. And honestly, dude, the word hope is similar or closely related to, synonymous with, or whatever, with purpose. That was immediately where my mind went, because of the fact that I understand the goal, or at least I believe I understand the goal of they, okay? And they are the globalists.
Right.
They are the elitist who think that they should control everything. They are the ones that believe they are, were born. They are the ones that believe they're God and that we should worship them and not God, not the real God.
False idols.
Right. And a way to break us down a way to control is to take away hope, is to take away our purpose. And my message to everyone that I talk to, there's some people that I know that are way down the rabbit hole, man. Way down the rabbit hole on the things going on in the world. There are people that I know that are way down the rabbit hole on their marriage. They're way down the rabbit hole on the success of raising their family, their kids. Way down the rabbit hole on their businesses and their careers. And I can tell you, if you lose hope, you lose. If you lose your purpose, you ultimately lose hope. If you have purpose, if you are driven by purpose, not your surroundings and not the bullshit, not the noise, you can't lose hope. You can't. If I've got purpose in my children, I can't give up. I just can't, because it truly is my purpose. And if I don't quit, then I don't lose. And I think what we need more now in our life, I think the world we live in right now is doing everything intentionally or unintentionally. I won't go down that road. It's stripping hope from us. And I think when we lose hope, assuming we relate it to the word purpose, like we were talking, once you lose purpose, we know you start to die.
And this is funny. This was not planned, but that book you have sitting right there.
It's been here for a while though, so it makes sense.
Man's Search for Meaning.
Yep.
One of the overarching themes in that is if you lose
course.
purpose or you don't have hope, that
yeah.
you do die.
You do
fact,
die.
Like
You in fact die.
you in fact
actually
die.
You don't want to die, do you?
I mean, you hear those stories all the time, man, about like an old married couple. One of them dies shortly after the other one dies.
Oh yeah, they died of a broken heart is what that's called.
Purpose gone, hope gone.
Yeah, that's
faith,
right.
reason for living gone.
Yeah,
so
dude.
if you lose that,
Good point.
like, it's just it's a depressing life to live in the slightest. In the worst case scenario, you're going to die.
Dude, we can't do it. If you are struggling in your marriage, okay? I don't know that I'm the best father out there. I think I've got a lot of work to do. I don't know that I'm not the best at anything I do.
Sure.
I'm a pretty good business owner. I'm a pretty good husband. I'm a pretty good dad. I'm a decent dad. I feel like I can do. I'm working on myself, dad wise. But all in all the things that I am good enough at to be excelling at, I think in all of them, it's probably business is the top tier. Maybe my marriage. I'm a pretty good husband, but I think I can attribute that better to my wife being a really, really good wife and being super tolerant.
Makes
But
it a little easier.
makes it a little easier, yeah, when you have the most patient and kind and loving and caring person on the planet as your partner. So for those of you who
All right,
don't,
she's not here, dude. You don't have to do that.
and she doesn't really listen to the show, so she'll never hear these kind, endearing words that I've used to describe her. But no, truthfully, for those of you who don't have Lindy as your wife, I feel bad for you. And I feel great about myself. But from a business perspective, okay, I have friends, myself, I have failed businesses. I know when businesses die. And businesses die the same way Holocaust victims die, as described by Viktor Frankl in A Man's Search for Meaning. I know businesses die when they lose hope, the same way widows die when they die of a broken heart, when they lose their purpose. Mm-hmm. I know when they lose hope. It's the same way businesses die, man. You get to a point where you say, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I have no reason to do this anymore. Or maybe you've given yourself an escape route. You quit. Ultimately, what you've done is you've lost hope. And once you lose hope, it's over. The business dies because it's got no one to drive it with a hopeful mentality anymore. It's hopeless. It's purposeless. And I want to encourage everyone on this episode of the Protect Your Purpose podcast to fight to find hope in every way, in every aspect of what you feel is hopeless or is going wrong. In every way. If you're sucking in your marriage, I can tell you right now, if you lose hope, it's done. And you may be able to revive it once you establish hope back. Once you establish a sense of purpose. Once you establish a sense of optimism or belief, as you said at the beginning. Mm-hmm. You know, that's another great word, belief. Belief in a reason, if nothing else. Belief in the purpose. Belief in your heart. Whatever it is, the hope. You got to find it.
But also, whatever it is never too far gone. I wouldn't say never, but most of the time, when people lose hope and something starts going downhill, they just throw in the towel completely. But if you can identify it quick enough and it's something you don't want to lose hope in, a marriage, fatherhood, obviously.
Sure.
You can do something, regain your hope, regain your value, regain your purpose, and totally flip the switch and change the script and fix whatever it is that's broken. If you want it to be fixed.
Yeah, but if you have no hope, then you won't do that.
Right.
Yeah, so it all starts with, dude, I'm going to flip the word to purpose because I think it's so close. I think it's so close. And obviously, given the overarching theme of our show, which is, we believe, let's see if I can summarize this again. We believe that the world is so torn in half and upside down, flipped over, deranged, screwed, hopeless, because people, we have a purpose problem. We have a problem of society giving us the script or the outline of life,
Force feeding us purposes.
force feeding us into a world, but into a world where we are purposeless. And then they've established this sense of a lack of purpose in the general population for the majority, not everybody, for a lot. We'll just say even a lot, too many, where they lack purpose. They don't have the purpose. They don't have hope in something in a really high, there's an attack on God, obviously, and God provides the biggest sense of purpose and the biggest sense of hope and the biggest sense of belief and faith, which are all synonyms for hope.
Right.
And what are they trying to do? They're trying to say, God's not real. You got to trust science. There's dust particles banged together. Boom. Evolution made a fish. Now we're humans. Thumbs. Don't believe in God. Don't have any hope for a higher being or purpose in a higher being. Don't do that. I mean, that's just one element of proof that the big society, as this war on religion takes place, that it's a war on purpose, because they know, as Viktor Frankl and as the Man's Search for Meaning, and as all of these other examples of how when people lose hope and people lose purpose, they literally shut down. Their brain shuts down and they die. And because we're being force-fed this lifestyle that leads us into depression, the food, the hopelessness of life, then what do? Then, as you said, they deliver us purpose. And what is the purpose they're delivering us? Bullshit. Racism, sexuality. They're feeding us whatever they want, which is, again, as I can, whatever it is, the big media, the big campaign, the global information campaigns, deliver us whatever they want as our purpose. And then all of a sudden people are like, they changed their banner on their Facebook, and I stand
with Ukraine.
Right. I stand with whatever someone else's purpose is. And I think what we really, really, really as a society need to understand is their purpose isn't the same as ours. Stop latching onto other people's purpose and OPPs. You down with OPP?
I'm not down with OPP.
No, don't be down with other people's purpose. Have your own. Have your own hope.
Individual purpose, individual
Right.
excellence. That's what's going to save our country.
Right. And stop tying it to other people's shit. Don't listen to what they're giving you. Establish your own meaning and your own purpose, your individual purpose, as you said, and then just drive that. Find that. Ready?
Find it.
And then serve that purpose, which is continuously.
Okay.
And then
I like where you're going.
you know what? What do you think I'm going to say? Anybody?
I would protect it.
Yes,
at
and then
all costs.
protect your purpose. But first you have to find your own purpose. And it's not something you take with, you're not going out with binoculars and, metal detectors looking for purpose. It's a concept. It's an idea. It's a value that's in your heart. It's within you. What is your meaning? What is your purpose? You're not going to, I can tell you right now, you won't find it if you depend on someone else to give it to you. You'll never find it. All you'll find is bullshit, a facade, a fake purpose that you can latch onto so you can say,
Think you're making a difference somewhere.
Oh yeah, for real. You get on, parrot someone else's purpose, and then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, you got purpose. Got news for you, Holmes. That is not your purpose. Your purpose needs to be specific to you. And you serve your purpose by changing your actions to serve said purpose. It's a hard concept to understand, though.
A little bit.
I think
It's a lot harder to explain than I thought it would be when we started this show.
It always is, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, I will tell you this. My message for what's kind of going on in the world, for all of the shittiness. I deal with people, I think every single day of my life. I have someone that wants to reach out to me and say, dude, we are fucked. We have reached the point of no return. There's a globalist takeover. It's over. We're in a surveillance state. Putin's got satellites that could spy on us. RFK says every square inch of the globe can be surveilled, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They've got control over our communications. They've taken over our businesses. But whoa, we are totally fucked. It's over. If we go back to the beginning of this, it's only over if we quit. And this should be all of our purpose, specifically the Americans, but everyone, because we all depend on the freedom of America. I'm here to tell you, I refuse to live my life hopeless. I refuse to start to die. I refuse to wake up in the morning and believe that there is no reason for me to try to continue to build my family, to build my wealth, to build my businesses, to build my friendships and my communities, to build my body, my soul, to build my life, my empire that I want to build. I see no way possible that I'm just going to give up hope. So if you're going to call me and tell me we're doomed, expect me to tell you, you have lost hope and you are dying. And the way to get out of that is to find purpose. Like if you literally think that we are losing, we've lost our nation, it's over. If you wake up and I know people who they don't work, they don't want to work anymore. Like they think we are so far gone.
There's no point.
It's hopeless, bro. And I can tell you right now, you have begun the phase of dying. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why your heart hurts so bad. I could tell you, I think we're fucked too in a lot of aspects. I think we're in a world of hurt. I think we're going to go through some really, really tough times ahead. Hopefully I'm wrong. But I can tell you one thing.
Not going to lose hope?
No way. No, we can't. It's literally our only defense. It's your only defense in your marriage. When it's the worst, when it's at the rock bottom, the worst of the worst, your only defense is hope or purpose, meaning.
Boom.
Think about it. Your kids. Dude, you think parents who have kids, I don't even want to talk about it because it's such a tough conversation, but kids that have these long-term terminal. You think parents lose hope? Fuck no, man. They give everything they can to provide for that kid, for that child, to provide that life that child needed, that life to make, that 15 years, the best 15 years that child could have ever had. And they provide, a united front of purpose and hope and faith and belief. That's what gets people through tough times. There's another movie, the hell's it called? Another Holocaust movie. A Beautiful Life, maybe. It's a movie that it's all in Italian. Oh man, anyway, it's amazing, and it's another message of hope, a Holocaust message on theme, a message of hope, and where a father is in a concentration camp with his son, and basically he lives this life of this awful Holocaust situation with his little, maybe, I don't know, 5-year-old. It's been 10 years probably since I've seen the movie. With his 5-year-old boy, we'll call it, where he says, he convinces his son that this is all, they're in a play, they're in a movie or whatever, like this is all an act, and he's the main character, and this dad provides hope for his kids, for his child. Why? Because that's what he needed to do for his kid to survive. And he did. Spoiler alert. The hope and the purpose that man had to get his kid through that. It was based on a true story also. It's a really great movie. I think it's called A Beautiful Life. Let me look it up. What do you think?
Yeah, you can't hammer the point home hard enough. You got to find a purpose, a reason, the hope, the faith to keep going in a world that doesn't want you to anymore.
I can't find it. Oh, well. I'll look it up.
Shocker.
I believe what you're looking for is the 1997 Oscar award-winning film, Life is Beautiful.
So, yeah, man, you're right. I agree. I guess we don't need to drive it home anymore. I just...
You either get it or you don't.
Yeah, man, but that's my problem. Is there's so many people who I think should get it and maybe do get it, but they still can't remind themselves. They get so deep in hopelessness and purposelessness. Purposelessness.
Wow.
That isn't even a word.
Good for you.
You think it is? I'm just proud of myself that I said it. I don't give a shit if it's a word or not.
Came out.
I want everyone, we've got to, as a society, as a community, if you're my friend, if you're my family, don't come at me with that hopelessness shit, okay? Instead, dig deep, find purpose, find a meaning to get your ass out of bed every day and fight for your kids, fight for our future, fight for our freedom, fight for your purpose, fight for your family, fight for what's important, fight for hope. You've got to fight and fight and fight and fight. If you quit, you're a child. And for the children, like parents, it is our job to provide hope for kids when everything else seems hopeless.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Anyway. Fuck, man. How can I not even stay? I got to go dark all the time. No. It is what it is, man.
Good.
That's a meaning. That's a message of hope in the darkness. I think it's important, to talk about the light. I think you've got to, address the darkness
For sure.
in order for that to be. Anyway, you got anything else to add to this shit?
Let's go.
All right, let's take this thing home. Well, before we take it on home,
Share.
share the show.
Like. Follow. Comment. Give us a rating. Whatever. Do something.
Share the show.
Do something crazy.
Share the show. If you love it, share the
something
show.
crazy.
If you hate it, share the show. If you love it, share it twice.
Ooh, yeah.
If you hate it, share it 3 times.
Ooh.
See what I did there? Share it. How you share the show is you go to any platform that we're on, Spotify, Shopify, all of the platforms, click on the little arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then either click whatever option it says, whether your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever, to share it, or copy the link and copy and paste it. You know how to do that. Right click, copy, right click, paste into your news feed or whatever. Please share the show. I'm not trying to sound like a little beggar, like a panhandler.
Please. Oh, no, please.
Please share. No, man, I think it's important. I think it's important for people to hear this message. If you think it's important for people to hear this message,
I
share
hope
the damn show.
people do that.
I believe people will do that. Anyway, all right, let's get the hell out of here. We appreciate it. You got anything else?
Nope.
If not, I encourage you all, people, to find your hope, serve your hope, and protect your purpose, people. Peace. Ooh, you see what I did there? Peace out.